Want to keep everybody hungry at the end of the morning, so we better get started. So first of all, thank you so much for coming here this morning. It's really a pleasure to have all of you guys around here. My name is Renato. I'm one of the organizers of this event, of this meetup, which aims to discuss ways that we can all scale our own climate actions, right? I think we have more questions than answers, and you guys will find out about that as well, but probably we have some questions that are very similar. And we thought, why don't we get a bunch of people that think in a very similar way that can perhaps discuss and find ways or discover ways for us to significantly scale our climate action. We have, of course, certain hypotheses that we want to test out, that we want to discuss with you guys. We have a few things in mind that may be working well, so we want to share with you, and let's see where all of this is going to take us. Okay, so welcome everyone. Thanks again for being here. Thanks for the Bridge, the Green School, and all the staff for supporting us in this event. I hope you guys have a great time. We're super excited to have everyone here today. So let's get it started. Let's see if the clicker is going to work. If not, it was working before. Okay, so just to let everyone know, this is what we have planned for today. We have 2 talks and then a discussion group with action plans, so everyone can work on their own action plans. We have a visit to the Green School campus. If you haven't been here before, it's a very interesting opportunity to go around and not only see the campus, but also hear firsthand from the head of community and sustainability, Kate, about the very interesting projects that the Green School has been doing over the past few years, but also the way that they have helped to scale climate action around the world. After this, we have lunch. So for those who have already booked a lunch with us, your lunch is guaranteed, your coffee and tea and snacks as well. For those of you who have not, no big deal. We can also order from 2 restaurants outside. If you guys can just get in touch with the team here at the Bridge, they will help you to do that, okay? So next one, yeah, doesn't seem to be working. So what is Scale Climate Action? Scale Climate Action is a community of like-minded individuals with a strong bias towards solution-based action, not willing to stand still while others try to solve the climate crisis. So this is who we are. We are here because obviously things have not been working very well for the climate crisis, and we just don't feel like standing still while other people try to solve it for us. So can we stand up and try to figure out ways to contribute to the solution? What kind of solutions could we be contributing to? Would our traditional jobs be helpful in that pursuit? Yes or no? We strongly believe it would be helpful. So this is what we are and what we are looking to do. Our theory of change is that about 80% of the solutions to the climate crisis are already commercially viable and available, and they just need to be massively scaled. There are plenty of people working on that, but we need to get a lot more behind it, right? We have a very, yeah, you can do it? Okay, thank you. It's time to get climate action awareness to become mainstream and deeply connect with people all over the globe, especially those in the developing world. We can see that the US, Europe, and Australia, a lot of the people in those countries, or the mainstream discussions are going around climate change, and public opinion is very strong, but not so much in the rest of the world, right? And even though public opinion in the US, Europe, and Australia are very strong, most of the people are not yet actively working on climate solutions, right? So we need to get that to happen as quickly as possible. If we get about 1 billion people aligned and working in the most urgent and impactful solutions, we will significantly contribute to slowing down the impacts of climate change. This is what we believe. We are aiming to get 1 billion people to be standing up and working on climate solutions. And it all starts with the first step, right? So our goal is to significantly slow down the warming of our planet through coordinated, impactful solutions on a planetary scale. And the way that we believe that we can help on scale climate action is to bridge the gap between organizations on the ground that are already doing incredible work, and you will hear from some of them today and tomorrow, with people who are willing to increase their positive climate impact, but don't necessarily know how to do this, right? And because myself and the other organizers of the meetup, co-founders of Scale Climate Action, are coming from the tech industry. We have a wealth of experience, and you will see a little bit about that in a second. We're coming from the tech world, and we believe that we can bring some of the tech growth lessons of scalability into the climate crisis, into the climate solutions. And we're about to start testing this very soon. So our goal is we start here in Bali, but we don't really want to, we don't really think that we should be limited by Bali, right? This is a planetary issue. This is a planetary cause. Everyone should be involved. Hopefully, we can get people in Bali together and figure out ways, discover ways that we can scale our impact massively in a much faster way than what we're doing today. And we can then grow these discussions and these solutions and these talks throughout Indonesia and the rest of the world. I think Bali is a very unique place in the sense that it attracts people from all over the globe. So the potential for us to influence the spreading of these kind of ideas from here to the rest of the world is actually very, very good. So how do we think we can do it? We think that if we target emergency solutions in these key areas, we might have a go. If we get 1 billion people to be working in these key areas, education, food, nature, electrifying transportation, decarbonizing the grid, cleaning up the industry, if we can get 1 billion people to move on that direction, using the jobs that they currently have today, they don't need to quit their jobs and find ways to contribute to climate. They can already do that in their existing jobs. We can push these key areas and we can push the solutions to make a much, much bigger impact than what we're doing today. And why do we do it? I get this question a lot, or I got it a lot in these past couple of weeks when I was talking to loads of different people here in Bali about the meetup. And why are you doing that? We're doing this because our window of opportunity to cause a big impact, positive impact in the climate is actually closing very, very quickly. We haven't made enough progress in the past decades to revert century-old industrial scale destruction. So one of the key points for me personally is, or a key question that I have is, how can I at home be separating my trash and have an impact compared to 150 years of total destruction, right? Or not total destruction, but a very powerful industrial scale destruction of our planet. I can never do that if I just separate my trash at home, or if I fly less, or if I take cold showers. So how can we actually increase the impact that we can have at home? And we can't stand still, right? We can't stand still waiting for someone else to solve this problem. Every job is a climate job, whether you want it or not. Every job is either a positive or a negative climate job. So it's up to us to take this responsibility and turn it into a positive climate job and be able to make a meaningful impact. And we're bringing everyone together. And again, thank you for coming here to try to figure out ways that we can potentially grow that within our sphere of influence. No problem. So what can you guys expect from today and tomorrow and Friday? So inspiring talks to understand how some great people have been taking action, and group discussions to help you prepare your action plans. This is essentially what you can expect from today, tomorrow, and Friday. Today here at the Green School, we have 2 talks. We have group discussions. We have the possibility to build your own climate plan and a visit to the Green School. Then tomorrow at the Tropical Nomad in Canggu, we have a very interesting panel discussion groups again, and working on your action plans. And then on Friday, a little easier and chilled out way to close the week, just happy hour meeting other people face to face. Perhaps you're going to meet some of the same people that you would meet today, but not the same people that you may not meet tomorrow. And then after these 3 days, what we're going to do from September onwards is to have monthly Scale Climate Action meetups here at the Green School. So every month we will be meeting to continue the discussions, but also to continue the work on the action plans, right? To follow up, to support each other, to understand what may be working, what may not be working, to understand what could be changed or need to be changed, so that we, over a long period of time, we evolve into meaningful and impactful climate action. We don't think that sitting down on 1 or 2 or 3 days is actually going to cause that, but over a longer period of time, when we're working together, collaborating, learning from each other, keeping each other accountable, we may have a chance to do that. Yeah? So this is what we invite you to do. Who's behind Scale Climate Action? So all of us here, we're all coming from the tech world. We're looking for more volunteers to help this work continue. So if any of you guys after this meetup would be interested in helping out, we can have all the help, or we would love to have all the help we can get. We also have people already interested in doing the same meetup in Australia, in Thailand, in India, and our network is growing. So if you guys would be interested to take this back to your countries, to your communities, to wherever it is, fantastic. Let's talk about this and let's just grow this movement. In today's speakers, then I will stop talking and we will get to the really beautiful and nice things of today. So we have Benjamin Castillo, who's right here from New World Together. He will be talking about addressing the hidden roots of climate change. For me, it's one of the most impactful talks we're going to have in these 3 days. Very, very interesting perspective looking into where climate change is really deeply rooted and how we can uncover that and how we can potentially change our behaviors towards being more sustainable. Then after Benjamin, we will have Tia and DeAndre talking about how we might scale regenerative action. They're coming from the Earth Company and has a wealth of experience helping especially impact heroes around Southeast Asia to grow their impact and scale their climate actions. So next slide, I think, or is this the last one? I think that's the last one. Fantastic. So without further ado, thank you so much for being here today. Benjamin, the floor is yours. And I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do.